We now uproot to Alta, a region situated in the northernmost outreaches of Norway. Nestled in this pristine Arctic wilderness is Flatmoen Natur, a Western-style ranch that, along with American paint and quarter horses, is home to a handful of native-bred fjords. Visitors come here to experience rural equine life in this frozen landscape, trekking through the snow and exploring the unique countryside by sleigh.
My dad and I, we started this together like 6-7 years ago. We started out, remember we bought one fjord horse, and you know what my dad has been the main thing is that he came with all the knowledge in the beginning, and I've been grown up with horses here, but like when we figured out, okay, let's try to make a living out of this small ranch, then we bought our first fjord and the first sled.
Yeah, really friendly horses. They love people and they love to be petted, and I should also mention that they are really good horses for the winter climate up here.
Leo is our main guide. He started up here this fall. He's really passionate about his work as well, so that's why we like having him. I mean, if we have a night ride, he comes like this and he doesn't ask questions. He's like, okay, when should I come? I mean, he's a good guy. Okay, so this is actually one of our driving horses, which we use for driving. But we also use our horses for riding. And this guy actually is Western ridden, so you can actually turn him with one hand and your foot. And you know, it's basically Western is just to go away from the pressure I put on him. So we ride the fjords that way, we ride our paint horses that way. So he's a pretty all-round good horse, I think. When we started up this business, we wanted to promote Norway and the history of Norway. That's why we went with the fjord horses, because they have such a good history with the old farmers using them back in the days. And you know, they work them in the woods. They are really friendly, they love people, and they don't care if it's a plastic bag that throws in the wind, anything like that. So that's also why we love them. We can't shoe our horses all year round with just summer shoes. So what we use on them is we use these working horses. I have this handmade plain stamp shoe with a snow pad inside, which is the blue thing here, and it sits under the shoe. So it's just the shoe and the nail that sticks it to the hoof. And we also drill holes and put these studs, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So basically when it gets snowy in here, it will loosen up. So yeah, this is crucial. Every horse up here needs this in the wintertime.
It's not as cold here as it would be in the highlands where the Samis are and the reindeer, but we can have about 15, 20, 25 minus degrees Celsius, and that's cold enough. And riding a sled is some of the coldest things you can do. I mean, riding a horse is warmer because there's more movement there. So in the wintertime, sometimes I wear everything I own. This sleigh is actually made in Poland, and it's a very nice sled, and it's made of ash wood, and we bought it new. And the harness we use on the horses are actually Amish made. When we have dressed up and loaded up the guests, we go through the pine forest and down towards to the river, and then we have the track goes along the river, so they see the famous Alta River, and we have actually a beautiful 50-minute sled ride before we get to the camp. The horse who's pulling us today is the famous Timian. We had a lot of guests from England, and he's ended up on both, I think, Instagram and what have you, so a lot of pictures of him out there. He is very calm and actually very kind, and the fjords are really good, strong-minded, healthy horses with a thick skin. So they're sturdy horses. Here we are by the Alta River. It's a really famous fly fishing river, and lords from England and wealthy guys from the US comes here every summer, and they pay a lot of money to be allowed to fish here. It's one of the world's greatest salmon rivers, and it's really popular. And we have a waterfall on the other side of the river here, and when the ice falls down, you can hear it tumbling in the spring, and then you know the spring is coming, because then the water starts melting up at the highlands, and you know the summer is on its way. I really enjoy the sleigh rides. You meet a lot of nice people from different parts of the world, and people who are on vacation, they are as often in a very good mood, and they're having actually a good time. After a trip along the river and through the woods, we get to the shelter where we have a big bonfire, and we serve coffee and something to drink, a glögg, and we have homemade cinnamon rolls, and we have reindeer meat and pita bread, and so they are pretty stuffed when they leave for home. So yeah, that's nice. We put a blanket on Timian when he's standing here, so he doesn't freeze up and get cold, since he's been using his body to pull the sled. I really enjoy my work here and the tourist and the job, so I really couldn't imagine doing anything else. This sleigh ride and the tourists and the cowboying is the big thing for me. The good thing about building a fire, you can sit and look into it for a while, and you get your head emptied, and you save a lot of money actually, because you don't have to go to the shrink. You solve a lot of problems, and you maybe even find some answers when you're looking into the flames.